Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Today I've got for you this absolutely gorgeous Nissan Leaf. Now as always, what I'm going to do is a quick walk around just so you can see the condition of the car, and then we're going to jump inside and I'm going to show you all the interior features and gizmos and gadgets and everything that this car comes with, and trust me, there is a lot. So this is a Nissan Leaf Tekna 109 electric 24 kilowatt hour fully automatic. It is finished in this absolutely gorgeous shade of red. It is a hatchback and it puts out 107 brake horsepower. It was first registered on the 24th of August 2015, and it comes with minimum 3 months warranty as standard, like I normally do with all my cars. Has a valid MOT until the 10th of April 2025, and it has a road tax of nada, zilch, zero, nothing. So yeah, absolutely free road tax. Of course, it is a full electric car, so yeah, I was expecting it not to pay any tax, but who knows. Insurance group is 24E, so it's very, very low on the insurance bracket, which basically means that it's not going to cost you a fortune to insure this thing. And in terms of CO2 output, obviously it is a zero emission car, so there is absolutely no CO2 output. It has a top speed of 89 miles per hour, and it has a 0 to 60 time of 11.5 seconds. Now, this is what they say it has an 11.5 seconds, but when you put your foot down, it actually pins you into your seat. So it feels a lot quicker than that, although I guess it's right. I guess it's 11.6 seconds, but if I'm not mistaken, and I'm pretty sure I'm not, I think the Nissan Leaf has a 0 to 30 time faster than a BMW M3. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm sure that is true. So yeah, obviously after 30 you're gonna you're gonna see the BMW go, and you're gonna struggle to catch up. But that's not the point of this car. So the point of this car is not to drag race it, because let's be honest, it's not a it's not a race car. It's a nice family car, and it's a nice car to drive around in town. Especially, you can take it on motorway runs as well, don't get me wrong, but this car absolutely thrives in city centers. um, Trying to think if there's anything else. The MOT, the last MOT, I believe it only had 2 advisories, and those 2 advisories were 2 tires, the front 2 tires, which have now been replaced. So they are brand new. There's absolutely loads of tread on them. Well, they're brand new pretty much. So yeah, let's head inside. And oh, one thing I do want to say is this car actually comes with keyless entry and keyless start as well. So you've got this little button here. You can press on that, and that just locks the car. So obviously you can't open it. And then you approach it. You don't even have to take the key out of your pocket, which is in my pocket just now. So here it is. It does come with 2 keys as well. And all you have to do basically is just press that button again, and that will unlock the car. Before we get inside, actually, let me show you the charging port at the front. So there's 2 ways of opening that. You've got one from the key, which is that one there, and you've got another button inside the car. So if you keep this button pressed, that's just going to pop open just like that, and you can open it, and you've got your 2 charging ports. So that's the fast charger, which is a CHAdeMO charger, and this is the normal plug that you can plug it in from home. It does come with 2 chargers as well. So it comes with the one that you can plug in at the public charger, and you got the one that plugs in into a 3-pin socket as well. So you can charge this car from your home charger. Right, key's gonna leave in my pocket for the rest of the video. There's no reason for me to get it out anymore. And as you can see, the interior is absolutely beautiful. Like, you do get full leather interior, which is fantastic, but there is absolutely no wear on the leather at all. There's no creases, no cracks, no rips, no tears, nothing. It is absolutely gorgeous. Same with the door panels. and they have used like really soft materials in places that you would normally touch. You do get front and rear electric windows, and I love the fact that you've got a button to lock and unlock from the passenger as well as from the driver, which I think is perfect. This one does come with the Bose um, premium sound system, and it sounds absolutely beautiful because there's a little secret in the boot, which if you haven't, so this is the Tekna model, which is fully loaded, all the bells and whistles, everything that Nissan had, just threw at it, and it came out like this. Let's have a look in the back. So in the back, you do have cup holders on the door pockets, so one on each side, obviously. And like I said, you do get electric windows on the rear as well. And again, the seats in the back are just as nice, if not nicer, than the ones at the front. Because if in the front, you do get people to sit, and in the back, I think very, very few people have ever sat in this. It does come with the original Nissan Leaf mats, and the seats, you can actually fold them down so you can get more boot space if you need to. But let's have a look at the boot. So Nissan Leaf, zero emission. To open the boot, there's a button just underneath the rear view camera here, and you can see the camera there. I do love the color that they've used for the badging on this. It's a really nice faded blue. I like it. But when you open the boot, you are greeted by a couple of things. Firstly, you got the zero emission Nissan Leaf bag that has the two chargers inside. So like I said, you do have one that plugs into a public charger, and then you got the 3-pin plug that you can plug it in at home. But you also get this absolutely massive, and I do mean massive, Bose subwoofer. And you can see on there, acoustic wave system. It does sound absolutely beautiful. I mean, don't think a Nissan Leaf needed something like this, to be honest, but it's there, and you can enjoy your music very loudly, I would say, if you like that kind of thing. There are a few scuffs, like you can see on the alloys, so they could probably do with a refurb, but it's they are perfectly usable, so there's no issues at all. And showing you the rear seat again on the back of the behind the driver, and as you can see, they are in absolutely lovely condition, same as the door panel as well. Absolutely beautiful condition. And you probably noticed that there's a little button here, and that is for your heated seats in the rear. So yes, you do have heated seats in the rear. So you press that button, there's nothing on this side, so there's just one button, and you press that, and then the seats start to heat up on both sides. So the two outer seats start to heat up. So obviously, if it's got rear heated seats, of course it would have front heated seats. And moving over to the driver's side, where pretty much you're going to spend most of the time in. So you've got control for all four windows. That's to lock and unlock, like the same as on the passenger side. That's to lock the rear windows. And that's to fold in the mirrors electrically, and this is to adjust your mirrors. And again, you got a nice little door pocket there, and you do have, again, the Bose logo over there. Now, let's just jump inside the car. And we're gonna, actually, let's start it up first. Foot on the brake, and then press the start button. Just there. And it starts just like that. Now, starting from the left, starting from the right. So you do have your trip button. That's for the luminosity of the dashboard. And then that is the button to open the fuel cap, if I can say that, the electric cap. This is if you want to lock it, so you can press on lock, and it'll automatically lock the charger in, so people can't just unplug it as they walk by. That's, you can set a timer on there, so you can set how long you want it to charge. And you've got another little button here, which is for the creep mode. That's what it's called, where basically when you start this car and you drive it at, I think it speeds up to 15 miles an hour, it makes like a real, like a UFO-ish sound, just to alert pedestrians that you're coming, so they don't just jump in front of you. uh, if you press that button, you can stop that synthetic sound, but it is a bit more dangerous because you do risk people just jumping in front of you, because this thing is absolutely quiet. Over here, you've got your heated steering wheel. Of course, it comes with a heated steering wheel. It's a Tekna model. It's got everything. But there's loads of cars at a much, much higher price point than this that don't come with a heated steering wheel. So, yeah. And that one is for your traction control if you want to turn it off as well. Your steering wheel has quite a few buttons. So volume up and down, this is for your voice command, that's for your phone, this is for your source, and up and down for different radio stations. This is something called car wings, and I don't think it's usable anymore, because I think this car has a inbuilt SIM card that uses 2G, and 2G has been deactivated in the UK, so I don't think that's going to work anymore. But that was basically for an app that you could download and check, like lock it, unlock it, turn the lights on, check the charge level and everything. But I don't think it's going to work anymore. Over here, over to this side, you do have your cruise control. So that's where you can turn the cruise control. This is your speed limiter. That's your eco button. That's where you cancel the cruise control. Now, let's start from the one at the top. So that is your speedometer. And then obviously you've got the time, the temperature, and then over there, it shows you, that's like a little eco gauge that shows you how ecological, how eco-friendly you're driving. And the better you're driving, you're going to get little trees that will fill up, and it will show you that you are a very conscientious driver. Now, those two there are for the fact that I'm not wearing my seatbelt, and for the fact that the door is open. And that beeping is not going to stop until I actually close the door. So let me just close the door. There you go. See, told you. So one of them was gone, and then the other one is literally for my seatbelt, the fact that I'm not wearing my seatbelt. So, yeah. Let's just move over to the one down here, because this one is the interesting one. So starting from the left, so that is your battery temperature, okay? It has nothing to do with the battery charge, with the battery level. That is your battery temperature. That is the fact that the handbrake is on. That little arch up there, it shows you how you're regenerating or how you're accelerating. So you see it says power on the right, and you've got those little two arrows on the left. So as you push your foot on the accelerator, those little dots will fill up, and that basically, the more they fill up, the more power you're asking from the car. So the harder the acceleration. When you take your foot off the accelerator, you're going to have some green dots charging this way, and the more dots you get, the heavier the regeneration, so the more you're going to put back into the battery. In that screen down there, you've got information about your mileage, the drive mode that you're in. So currently is obviously set into park, and then you've got your energy economy. Now, if you press this button here, the trip button, that will, no, sorry, it's this one up here, not the trip. So the trip, you can see it changes from A to B down there. But no, if you press the one at the top here, that's to change the screen. So it's got, as you can see, it's got 95% charge, and it's got 86 miles remaining. So you can get 90 miles out of this easily if you charge it up to 100%. Now, I didn't want to charge it to 100% because I didn't want rain to come, because as you can see, it's quite dark outside. So I just wanted to get this video out as quickly as I can. And then you can keep pressing this button, and then you're going to get average speed, driving distance, and then you've got skip, clock, maintenance, alarms. So you've got quite a few. To 100%, 1.3 hours, but that's obviously if you charge it with a 3-pin plug. And then energy economy, you've got 3.9 miles per kilowatt. Okay, so 3.9 miles per kilowatt is it's not bad at all. Not bad at all. Because let's round it up to 4 miles. Okay, so this car comes with 24. Got another phone here. Let me see if I've got a calculator. So actually, there's another thing I do want to point out. So let's say 4 miles per kilowatt times 24 kilowatts that this car comes. So 96 miles. Okay, so this car came out of the factory with about a 96 mile range. Bear in mind, it's a 2015 car. Okay, so it's nearly 10 years old. And it still can do 90 miles. Okay, but that is on a that was when it was new out from the factory. Now, one thing that is very, very important when you're looking to buy a Leaf, okay, these little lines, so the blue and the white, those ones, the first ones, are not important. Okay, they're not very important. They are important, but they're not very important. Okay, so that is your state of charge. So it's SOC, state of charge, right? The most important thing that you could look out is not the state of charge, it's the SOH, the state of health, which is the next one, that small one. So you can look at a lot of ads on Auto Trader, Facebook, eBay, Gumtree, whatever, and you're gonna see a lot of the cars with either 5, 6 bars here. So you've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So it's got 12 bars. Okay. Now, the less bars it has on this side, the less state of charge it can get. So this one, after 10 years, nearly 10 years, okay, so after 9 years, it still has a full 12 bars on there. So it's got a full state of health. It is absolutely great. As you can see, you can charge it up to, well, I'll charge it to 86. Let's just round it up to 90. So you can charge it up to 90 miles. Okay. If you're going to do a lot of motorway driving, probably you won't get that 90 miles because, like I said, this car absolutely thrives in driving around town. Doesn't really like being driven at about 65, 70 miles an hour, but you can do if you want to. Okay. You just need to plan a little bit better when you stop to charge and everything. But be very, very careful about the state of health because that is the most important thing. Forget about the state of charge, state of health, SOH. That's the important thing. Okay. This one is absolutely perfect. 12 out of 12 bars, no issues at all. It comes with auto lights and auto wipers as well. I wouldn't expect anything different. And yeah, I've already shown you the steering wheel. Moving over to the center console. So in the center console, you do have quite a few bits. So you've got your sat nav. So obviously it comes with sat nav. You've got your AM FM radio, which I'm gonna. And at 9 on channel 5. Done no music anywhere. The United Kingdom tax too high, so I might leave and get the bike. What would you do and seize position? They gave me a fish, they didn't teach me fishing. Right. Not really my type of music, but it's got a very, very powerful bass and it sounds beautiful, regardless of what type of music you're gonna listen to. So it does have Bluetooth, as you can see up there. So it does have Bluetooth streaming as well, so you can connect your phone to it and you can play music straight from your phone. Then you've got CD, aux, map, voice, menu. So menu, see, this is the car wings I was telling you about. So you've got favorite channels information, charging availability, update stations, car wing records, car wing settings. So I think that is the thing that's not gonna work. That app, I'm pretty sure that thing is not gonna work. And then you've got driving range, nearby stations, update stations, energy information. So if we go into energy information, this is what it tells you. Turn on climate control, you lose 4 miles. Energy economy, so up nearly 4 miles per kilowatt. History, there's no history. And energy usage. So this actually tells you where the energy is coming out from. And status, so that's like a main menu where you've got the radio up there and then you've got your mileage up there as well. One thing I do love about this car is the 360-degree camera, which is absolutely beautiful. So you press on that camera button there, and as you can see, so you've got a reversing camera, but you've also got three additional cameras. So you've got the rear camera, you've got two cameras on each wing mirror. They're right down to just somewhere down there, and then you've got another one at the front where the little charging flap opens up. So you got a 360-degree view camera. It is a absolute doddle to park this thing. It is so easy. um I actually love this system, but I don't think I want to get used to it personally because it makes it so easy to park. I just don't want to lose my actual abilities to park. So but it is an absolute fantastic system, and I will show you when we start. When I'm going to park this thing, I'm going to show you how this works because it is so simple. If you press the camera again, what's going to happen is instead of having those four cameras, you're only going to have one camera, which is that one there. And again, that will help you park between the lines. So obviously this is a Nissan, not a BMW, so you should park between the lines, hopefully. But yeah, it just gives you absolutely every feature that you would need in order to park this thing. Moving down there, you've got your climate control. So you've got your temperature up and down. That's for your full heat. AC, that's the mode where you want the air to come out from. On and off, recirculate, front window defrost, rear window defrost, and that's the fan speed. And then you've got auto in the middle, where you can set it up to a certain temperature and the car will keep it at that temperature. Even if it gets too cold, it'll start blowing warmer air. If it gets too hot, it'll start blowing cold air, and it'll keep the temperature at that level in the cabin. Moving down here, you've got your heated seats for the front switches. So you've got one for the driver and one for the passenger. And then over there, you've got, that is your USB port. And then in there, you've got your auxiliary port as well. There it is. So, yeah. Right. Let me just open the door so I can get some fresh air as well. And, right. This is your gear. You got two cup holders there, and you've got some cubby in there as well. And this is your gear knob. It's very strange looking, but it's very easy to operate. So put your foot on the brake and then push this towards you and down, and that engages it in drive. Push this thing towards you and up, that takes it in reverse, and you automatically get the cameras up, and obviously it says reverse. And you see that side of the car, that's because that wing mirror is obviously open now, so it's facing towards the front wheel. And then press the P to park. Easy as that. You do have an indication here, and it shows you which gear you're in. So obviously right now the P is illuminated because it's in park. But if I was to put it in drive, you see you've got drive, neutral, and reverse. So yeah, you also have a B next to the drive. So the B stands for braking. So all you have to do is do that twice to put it into braking mode. So what that does is basically it slows down the car even faster. If you take your foot off the accelerator without touching the brake, it has a more stronger regen. So it just puts more electricity back in the battery. You got a nice little cubby here, and then you've got a nice armrest up here, obviously leather, and I do love this blue stitching that goes on it as well. And then you've got a cup holder, well, not a cup holder, storage in the armrest there. Rear view mirror, normal, and this is your interior lights. Oh yeah. And then over here you've got your sunglass holder, which I think every car should have a sunglass holder because why not? This is your interior lights, so obviously that works absolutely fine. And I think that is pretty much it. There's not much else I can tell you. I do absolutely hate this beeping though, and it beeps like that because the door is open. Yes, I know the door is open. I can see the door is open. You don't have to keep reminding me every 3 seconds. So yeah, that's I think that's pretty much it. If you like it, and if you're in the market for a little Nissan Leaf, then this is probably one of the best examples out there. And I'm not just saying that because I'm selling it. I'm saying that because it's got a full state of health. It is in absolutely beautiful condition. There's, like I said, no tears or rips or anything like that anywhere. Comes with 360-degree camera, heated steering wheel, front and rear heated seats, cruise control, three, yeah, sat nav, literally everything you could wish for. So yeah, right, let's go and park this thing, shall we? Getting into drive. The handbrake is actually a foot brake, and it's right down there. Okay, see where my foot is? It's right there. So yeah, I still don't have my seatbelt on, and I'm pretty sure this car is going to start beeping at me soon. Anyway, let's go. Absolutely quiet. Right, let me park it next to that van there. See how easy it is to get it into gear? So easy. So easy. I do love the fact that I've got the cameras. Look how nice that is. But I'll show you the lines, how clearly you can see the lines. Up again. And let's go park this little beast. I'm gonna park it right next to this van here. Actually, no, I'm not gonna park it here. Sorry, I'm not gonna park it here because I don't want somebody to come around and hit it. I'm gonna park it next to this, next to my red Citroen. But you're gonna see exactly the same thing. So reversing, you're gonna see how easy it is to park this thing. That's it. So you can see how close I am to the other car, the car next to me, and yeah, it's perfect. Park, hand/foot brake, and that is it. We are all done. So yeah, if you're interested, don't hesitate to contact me. You can find me on 01684 355 032, or you can visit our website at www.vindemautos.co.uk, or you can just email me at vindemautos@gmail.com. Thank you very much for your time, guys. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. I know it was a long video, nearly half an hour, but I do want to show absolutely everything in my videos because I've had numerous customers that told me they didn't pick my car because it was the cheapest out there or because it was the nicest out there. They picked my car because I was honest in these videos. I showed absolutely everything there was to be shown. They didn't have any surprises when they got here because, God help me, you see some cars advertised. I'm not going to bash anybody here, but some people just take photos in certain lights and certain conditions that makes a car look like immaculate. And you get there and you find a absolute shed that you wouldn't even put a pig to live in. It is an absolute sty. And you just look at the car and you look at the pictures and you're like, am I being catfished on Auto Trader? And it's just, I just don't understand it. Why? Why are you going to waste your time as well as a customer's time to come and view an absolute wreck when you could have been honest to begin with? This is why I do these videos, because I want to point everything out and I want you guys to see exactly how the cars will be when you show up to take it out for a test drive. So, but yeah, unfortunately, not a lot of people do that. It's a shame. Anyway, I don't want to speak for others. I'm speaking for myself because I know how I'm doing things and I don't like to disappoint. So, once again, if you have any questions or if I've missed anything, I apologize. But if you do have any questions, just let me know in the comments or give me a call, and I'm more than happy to answer any questions that you might have. Thank you very much for your time. I hope you have a great day. Take care. Bye bye.